Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class from the 2nd to the 5th elementary grade. Our textbook is We Can Too, and today inshallah we will cover Unit 4. From here to there, Phonics Practice on page 38. This lesson will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Fawaz Al-Agil. So let's begin. Quick revision on our last lesson. In our last lesson, we got to know different types of transportation. And not only this, but we also learn the different articles. Articles like a and an. And we said that we use a for any any words that starts with different letters, and we use an with only 5 letters. We use an with words that starts only with 5 letters. Like for example, words that starts with a, or words that starts with letter U, or letter I, or letter O, or letter E. So, if we come across words that starts with any of these 5 letters, then here we have to use the article that starts with an. Like example, like when we say an airplane, or an ambulance, an ambulance. So these are 2 examples of using the article an. And the rest of the letters, we can use with it the article a. Like for example, a truck, a police car, a school bus, and so on. Now, let's remind ourselves again of the different transportation means and remind ourselves of the articles that we used for them. So, the first transportation mean we talked about is a truck. A truck. Say with me. A truck. A truck. The second one is a bus. A bus. Say with me. A bus. A school bus. And here we have a train. A train. Say with me. A train. This is a train. And a motorbike. A motorbike. This is a motorbike. Motorbike. And a car. A car. This is a car. Car. And a bicycle. A bicycle. This is a bicycle. Bicycle. And taxi. A taxi. This is a taxi. And a police car. A police car. This is a police car. And here we have an ambulance. An ambulance. This is an ambulance. Ambulance. Very well. Not only this, but also in last exercise, we did learn, or we did thought about taking a trip. And how this goes when I say that I would like you to use your fingers and to point to the places that you heard me say. And after this, after we finish, after you come across all of these places by your finger now, it is time for you to answer a very important question, which is, where are you now? So, let's do it again. Let's listen to the trip, and let's take it together. I would like you to listen to me when I talk about this trip, and I would like you to point at it. So the first one, or the first step of this is, let's take a bicycle to the taxi stand. Let's take a bicycle to the taxi stand. And the next one, let's take a taxi to the hospital. Let's take a taxi to the hospital. And let's walk to the school. Walk to the school. Now this is the third step. The next step is take a school bus to the train station. Take a school bus to the train station. And take a train to the airport. Take a train to the airport. And take an airplane to the space station. Take an airplane to the space station. And finally, take a rocket to the moon. Take a rocket to the moon. And tell me this, where are you now? You are on the moon. You are on the moon. So here we did talk about different means of transportation. We talk about a train, we talk about a school bus, we talk about a bicycle, we talk about an airplane, and all whenever we use any type of transportation, we say the verb take. Take a taxi. Take a school bus. Take a train. So we can use this when we want to talk to someone about how to go or how to move from one place to another. We would use the verb take. Now, let's get to know our objective in today's lesson. Our objective in today's lesson is, we hope that at the end of this lesson, you will be able to listen, point, and write words with GR, GL, CR, and CL. So here, in today's lesson, we're going to practice identifying words that starts with these letters. GR, GL, CR, and CL, and to know the differences between them. So, now I would like you to open your books on page 38. I would like you please to open your books on page 38. Now, on page 38, we're going to start with the first exercise. Words with GR, GL, CR, and CL. So what we're going to do now with this exercise is, you're going to listen to me say the sounds and then the words, and I would like you to listen and repeat after me. So let's try it with the first one, where I'm going to see first the sound, I'm going to point at the pictures, and then I'm going to say the word. And what I want you to do is to point with me, and after this, I would like you to say after me. So let's start with the first one. The first one, or the first word that starts with GR is grass. Grass. Say with me, grass. Grass. Very good. This is a grass. This is a grass, where we can see it in our backyard, in the park, in the garden. This is a grass. Now, let's listen for the second word that starts with GL. The second word is glass. Glass. Say with me. Glass. Glass. Very well. So this is a glass that we can see in our windows. A glass. Now, let us move on and listen for the third word. The third word is, that starts with CR, is crab. Crab. Say with me. Crab. Crab. So, this is a crab, and this is an animal who lives or which lives in the sea. Now, let us move on to the fourth picture that starts with C and L. So the fourth picture is class. Class. Say with me. Class. Class. So this is a class which we have in our schools. Class. So let's listen to these words again one more time, and I would like you to listen after me quickly. Grass, glass, crab, class. Very well. Now we can recognize the different sounds between words like grass and class, or like glass and crab. Now we can know the differences. Now let's move on to the second exercise. Here what we're going to do is we're going to listen to the sound and we put the check mark, and after this we're going to write, and after this we're going to draw a line from the word to the picture. So let's make an example of the first one. So the first one, or the first word with the first one, is the word green. Green. So what we're going to do is to put a check mark, and after this we're going to write the missing letters, which is in this case G and R. And after this we're going to match this word to the picture, which is the color green. Now let's do number 2. Number 2, what do you think? What do you think to number 2? I would like you to listen and then check whether the word you listen to starts with GR or GL. The second word is grass. 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 So what do you think? Grass. Does it start with GR or GL? Of course, it starts with GR. So here we put a check mark. And after this, we write GR and then match it to the right picture. Number 3. Listen to number 3. Glue. 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 So what do you think? Glue. Does it start with GR or GL? It is, of course, starts with GL. So here we put a check mark and we write GL and match it to the picture. Number 4. Gray. 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 So what do you think? Gray starts with GR. So here we go. Here we put a check mark on GR and write GR and match it to the appropriate picture. And finally, the word is glasses. 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 So glasses starts with GL. So here we put a check mark and we write GL and match it to the right picture. So here we go. This is how we answer exercise 2. Where we did listen, we put a check mark and we write down the missing letters and match them to the pictures. Now, the last exercise we have is number 3. Listen and circle the word and then match it with the picture. So what we're going to do here, as you can see, on each of these numbers, we have 4 words. And what we're going to do is you are going to listen to a word and then put a circle on this word. And after you do this, you go here on these pictures and write or match the number of the word. Let's start with number 1. Number 1, or the word of number 1 is crayon. 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 So what do you think? Which one of these 4 words is crayon? It is the first one. So here we put a circle and we go here and write number 1. Number 2. The word of number 2 is crab. 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 So what do you think? Which word of the words of number 2 is crab? It is the second one. So here we put a circle and go to the pictures and we write here number 2. Let us move on for number 3. Number 3, cloud. 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 So what do you think? Where is the word cloud from this list? It is the last one. So here we put a circle and we go here and write number 3. Now finally, number 4, the word is class. 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 What do you think? Where is the word class? It is the second one. So here we put a circle and we match it by writing the number of this word. So at the end, my dear student, it is important that you listen and point and write words that starts with GR, GL, and CR and CL. And now we have reached the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.